Good morning. This is what my hair looks like if I don't brush it for 3 days. It's like in the back, just one big, I don't know if you can even see it, rat's nest. So I'm going to try to comb it out a little bit now. It's still cold. Not as cold as yesterday, but still freezing. Good morning. So we definitely got an earlier start than yesterday. Yesterday we started at like 9:30. Today we started at 9:20. So getting better.
10:30 yesterday.
Oh, I meant 10:30 yesterday, 9:20 today. It's not as cold as yesterday, but still a little cold. We're only doing like 7-ish miles today. Today's our short day, and then we'll have, I think, our longest day tomorrow. And tomorrow will be Klingman's Dome. We were just talking about food, because I mentioned 2 nights ago I couldn't really sleep because I had to go pee so bad. I didn't feel like getting out of my sleeping bag to do that. And last night I didn't sleep that well because my stomach hurt. And I think it's because I'm eating way too much sugar. Like, sugar, like Pop-Tarts and like Cinnabon, honey bun things for breakfast. And I don't think my body likes that too much. The last resupply I did more like granola-y peanut butter based breakfast, and I think that's a better way to go. So, you know, this 31-year-old body can't handle the Pop-Tarts like the young 20-somethings out there. So, it's a good thing that I recognize it early and can adjust. Hi, little dear. The steer's actually really close to us. It scared the poop out of me. Hello. This is our first big animal we've seen. Goodbye. Have a nice day. I don't know if you can tell, but it's super muddy. Justin, I just want to videotape him the whole time.
No.
Because he's been slipping and sliding everywhere. One time he would purposefully slipped a little bit. Oh my god. Justin. You need to be more careful.
That was being careful.
This is where Justin had his accident. So I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but the Smokies have been pretty much like this, where the trail is like a foot, even more sometimes lower. Like this is more than a foot. This is a couple of feet. Okay, there's the trail. And then there's like the forest floor. And you could see sometimes that they'll reroute it. But I think because they're not like really on ridgeways, or the mountain ridges, that I guess they don't worry about erosion that much. But it makes for the trail to be like super, super rooty. And in some spots like very, very, very rocky. So you just have to be careful. It's a good trip. You up. Here's a pretty view for the day. Hard climb up to this view. Might be a better one over here. Smells like straight pine needles up in here. So green and shady. Since we got to camp pretty quickly because we only did 7 miles. We did our stretches real quick, laid out our tarp. Now we're taking a little napperpoodle. Oh, we also ate lunch. Now it's a napperpoodle. Hello, we're in the tent. We got in the tent pretty early, ate pretty early. We are going to attempt almost 14 miles tomorrow. Tomorrow is Klingman's Dome, the highest part on the ATE. So we're gonna get our beauty rest. I do have to get out of here go pee right before bed. So I'm trying to bring myself up to do that because it's, guess what? Cold. Brr. Okay, good night. Good morning, I'm in the pooper. Surprise, it's cold again. We're getting an even earlier start. We'll head out on the trail around 8:30, trying to beat some of like tourists that are going to Klinkman's Dome today. Maybe get around there around 11, hopefully before the 11. It's supposed to be really hard to hike up, and then after that, not so bad. We'll see. Alright, catch you on the trail. Goodbye. So this tree fell down. These are all its roots. Then it has another tree growing out of it. Here's another one. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. This area is really pretty too. I think my two favorite things are forests that are super mossy and then foggy. Look how green it is here. This has been my favorite part of the Smokies so far. Justin was saying how this reminds him more like Yellowstone and the Whites. This area feels like we're actually in the mountains. Look at this twisted tree. The forest is so dense here. We still got ice, folks. One guy who a lot of people, or quite a few people, did part of the hike last year and are hiking again. And one guy who did the Smokies last year said it was super duper muddy, this part, and that he would take ice over mud any day. So it's a good thing we're starting early when the ice hasn't completely melted and the mud's still hard. Like you can see everyone's shoe prints not making a dent. First little view of the day. Oh, this is a much better view. Zooming in. Look at that. All those mountains. Look, you can see the moon right there. Look at all these freaking mountains. There's so many. I guess that's Klinkman's Dome up there. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. I think we're less than a mile away, so that's gotta be it. Those are the views we've been seeing. There's the tower.
Where am I? How do I do that? Yeah,
just did Klingman's Dome. Super busy because it's a Sunday. Well, 200 miles. What? 200 miles. This is the trail going down. I already slipped and fell on my backpack. Justin's laughing at me. This is the ice that never ends. So we did 2 milestones today. Highest part on the AT Klingman's Dome. And 200 miles. Less than 2,000 to go. Whoop whoop. This is the wire fence. Keeps out the little boars. They get their little hoof stuck in here. Looks like a mouse trap for boars. The Newfound Gap. We came from that way. Now we're going up that thing. So pretty. On the touristy side of Newfound Gap. Neat tree. I don't know if I've showed these signs, but these are the signs in the Smokies. Appalachian Trail. We have 1.3 miles left to go for the day. When we got to Newfound Gap, there was one guy giving out trail magic. Dr. Thunder. He did the trail in 19. Gave us chips and pop. Thank you so much. And since then, it was very steady incline for like a mile from Newfound Gap. I guess a mile and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's kind of flat. And we got a little up, and then we got a little down. And then we're done for the day. Hello, good evening. Once again, I'm coming to you from a very freezing tent. Each night gets a little less freezing, but someone's out there. You can hear, I think you can hear the wind, maybe. We did our longest day yet on the trail, almost 14 miles. After Klingman's Dome, it wasn't that hard, it wasn't that difficult, so less elevation, easier going, more miles. I think I mentioned this, but in the Smokies you have to stay at shelters, you can't just stealth camp. So it does make it limited how many miles you're gonna go the next day. You're gonna shoot for a long day or shoot for a short day. So tomorrow we're in between a short and long. We were thinking long, but we read comments that there wasn't much tenting. So we might go shorter and then make the next day longer to avoid that shelter. But we'll see. The goal is to see the sunrise in the morning because it's supposed to be really pretty at this shelter. We are at Ice Water Shelter. Oh, and in the morning it's going to be very icy on the way out. We've been warned. So, oh, I think I told you I slipped and fell today, so maybe I'll slip and fall tomorrow. But I landed on my backpack today and it was very soft cushioning, so maybe I can do that again tomorrow. Okay, good night. Purposefully slipped a little bit. Oh my god. You need to be more careful.